Charges have been dropped against actor Alec Baldwin for his role in the fatal shooting on the set of his film Rust. Cinematographer Halyna Hutchins was killed when a prop gun that Baldwin was holding fired a live round. He was originally accused of extremely reckless acts and charged with manslaughter. Prosecutors in the case say charges against Baldwin may be refiled and that their follow-up investigation will remain active and ongoing.
Baldwin has resumed the filming of Rust this week, 18 months after the shooting, according to The Telegraph. The production will take place at the Yellowstone Film Ranch in Montana. The original production took place in New Mexico, where the Rust movie productions reached a settlement with state workplace regulators last month, quote, over serious violations, The Telegraph reports. All right.
Are you surprised that the charges were dropped?
No, because
Me neither.
it seems like they're continuing to investigate,
yeah,
and they want to get more evidence. So it's kind of a temporary thing. It seems like they really want to get him. So I'm not at all shocked that they dropped these charges for the time being, but they're making it clear that they're not saying that he's not guilty of a crime, and that they may revisit this, and that they're continuing to investigate. So if I'm Alec Baldwin, I'm not feeling like I'm home free at all.
I don't know. Him and his wife posted this cozy Instagram after the announcement was made, so maybe they're feeling a little sigh of relief. But I agree. I hope they continue to investigate, because here's the thing. Anytime a gun is in your hand, you are responsible, right? I mean, I have heard from numerous Hollywood actors and people who've worked in the entertainment industry in the aftermath of this shooting. And the thing that they consistently say is, yes, it is the armorer's job to make sure that there are not live rounds on set, but it's also the person who is ultimately pulling the trigger to double check their work. You should always be making sure that that gun is either unloaded or loaded with blanks before you sit there and pull the trigger. Yeah,
I think they're also... some of the culpability lies on him because he's the producer. Like, this is his film. And so if there are live rounds on set, ultimately the guy at the top is the one who is responsible. And Alec Baldwin clearly failed here. Now, is he criminally liable? That I don't know. I think Halyna Hutchins' family certainly should hold him civilly liable.
Sure.
They certainly should sue Rust Productions. And he's actually reigniting this film. Like, who's gonna watch this?
Why are they still filming, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like it's kind of a slap in the face to her family to even continue production on this. I mean, yeah, okay, you spent a lot of money, you want to finish the movie, whatever, but somebody died on set. I mean, how do you keep going after that? I can't imagine morale is particularly high among the set, right?
I mean, it seems like it's almost in poor taste to do so. And I wasn't going to watch it anyway, to be honest with you. I'm not into like modern Westerns, but I don't think I could watch a film like this knowing what occurred.
Well, and the sad thing is there are a lot of people who probably feel the exact opposite way, who want to watch it because of the scandal surrounding the movie. And that's another piece of this that adds to that icky feeling, which is they're profiting off of this tragedy because this movie received so much more publicity than it would have otherwise if Halyna Hutchins hadn't been killed on set.
Yeah, do you think Alec Baldwin has reached out to Halyna Hutchins' family? Do you think he's like, because I haven't heard him make any public statements about it, really. Like,
I think he had the one tearful apology or public statement maybe, but I don't know if he's reached out to her family privately. I certainly hope so, but I don't know. He's just kind of known for being kind of a distasteful guy in the industry. Nobody really seems to like him that much. He apparently has a history of being kind of gruff and rude on set.
Yeah.
So
that's kind of a media thing, though. I mean,
I don't know if it's true. I don't live in Hollywood, but that's just what they say.
Yeah. I mean, even in our media realm, there are some gruff people I've met who are not necessarily, they could not get away with it at my day job, like talking to people a certain way. I've been on set with certain people, some people we probably know in common. I'm like, if you were anywhere else, like, there's no way you'd be out on your backside. There's no way you could talk to your subordinates the way that you do in media, and that includes Hollywood. But I mean, he may be, I don't know if he's a good guy, I don't know if he's a bad guy, but I know that he bears some responsibility in this. Whether it's criminal responsibility, I'm not saying that. I don't know if he deserves to go to jail, but he certainly should make things right with Halyna Hutchins' family.
Yeah, and we do know that there are still the charges against the armorer, who I think is the primary person to put blame on, because again, that's the person that is responsible for checking all of these weapons, making sure there aren't live rounds on set. And if I remember correctly, the original reporting was that the armorer and some of the other individuals who handled the firearms on the movie set had gone out to the shooting range, the gun range, the day prior, and that was how the live rounds got back into the set, which is so irresponsible, right?
What the heck?
I mean, there's no excuse for that, really.
Can't you put gunshots in post-production? Like, there's so many amazing things that you can do in post-production. I can't imagine that you can't make a gunshot look real in post-production without actually even having to fire a blank. Because my understanding is that blanks they don't come without risk.
Sure,
There's still risk when you fire a blank. You're still
anytime you're pulling a trigger on a weapon, there's a risk, right? And I mean, there's a reason when you go through gun safety training why you never point a gun at something you don't intend to shoot.
Absolutely.
And you always know what's beyond your target. You don't put the finger on the trigger until you're ready to shoot. And I don't know, it's just such a weird culture in Hollywood that you have this slate of anti-gun celebrities who have no problem like wheeling and dealing with firearms on a movie set. And unfortunately, I wonder if it's led to this mindset where everybody else is responsible for handling the weapons and we just do what we're told and pull the trigger whenever they tell us to. Maybe that's what possibly led to Alec Baldwin being a bit negligent here. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't want to necessarily say that you have to believe in gun ownership or firearm ownership and, in order to have a gun in a movie.
No,
you're
but
playing
you should educate yourself, right?
Absolutely. And I mean, isn't that the armor's job? Like, they are supposed to educate people who are handling firearms how to operate them safely and certainly not mix in live rounds. I mean, that's just insane, and it's tragic. My heart goes out to Halyna Hutchins' family. I mean, it's really heartbreaking. But we'll be back with more Rising.